This is a weird angle. Let me just rotate that up to talk to y'all for a bit. Hello, good morning. It is February 16th here in Chattanooga, Tennessee, zone 7A, 7B, and we're getting the bed prepped. All this area. That on the other side of the brick is not getting planted. I might scatter some wildflowers there for the pollinators. Over here you can't see, but there's one. I got a couple grow bags I filled already that I'm gonna put some stuff in. I'll show you that later. My hair is 7 levels of crazy today, but we're gonna get started. We're gonna lay, this is some peat moss I laid out and wet so it could expand a little bit. We went to our local garden center yesterday, and I asked a woman there that I trust and whose opinion I really value what she thought I should do with this bed. So her one suggestion was to bulk it up with some peat moss, and then I'm going to put some raised bed soil in it as well. It's already got a layer of compost on it from before, and yeah, we're going to work that all in, wet it down, and then we're going to plant some root vegetables in a little bit. So here we go. So I believe I talked in an earlier video about Charles Downing and his no-dig method. This is going against all of that, but I just really want to make sure that the compost isn't underneath the peat moss and the soil I'm about to lay. So I'm just tilling it a little bit, not a ton. It's not going to be perfect, but it will be good enough. There's probably a more efficient way to do this. But like I mentioned before, there's a lot of rocks in here. So I'm just going through with my hands, breaking up any large clumps, throwing out any rocks I find, and making sure that things are well combined together. Rock versus mud clump. of work hands. All right. Weirdest camera angle ever, but that's that. I'm just gonna level this out a little bit more, and then I'll be back when we're planting seeds. This is gonna be another weird angle for me to talk to you at, but it'll be good for watching me plant. I have all my grow bags ready. Cut myself, which is why I'm wearing a glove. I wet them down already, so I won't need to water them after I plant the seeds, which will help avoid some of that seed displacement that can happen when you do that. So I'm gonna get started. There's gonna be peas in one of these, kale, collards, and then I'm just gonna broadcast a bunch of lettuces into this big one, some of which I'll harvest as baby greens and others I'll let get a little bit bigger. But here we go. Is peas, collards, kale, and then I've got a salad blend and some arugula in this big bag. So we'll see how it all goes, and fingers crossed that it works okay. Hello. We're back here in the big bed. So I just planted in the grow bags, and fingers crossed that goes well. We shall see. Next up, I'm going to cut this plastic that I bought. It's perfect, it's fine temp for these things to go in, but we are going to get below freezing a couple nights this week. So I'm just going to put this over to protect them a little bit, and then it will also kind of give a greenhouse effect, so it will help really heat them up during the day. And I might leave this on for a week or two until it seems like we're really kind of out of that cold zone as we get closer to our last frost date. So for now, I'm gonna get this cut and ready before I put the seeds in this bed here, so that as soon as I'm done, they can get covered up and we will be done for the day. Yay! That'll work. That's perfect. I'm filming. Do you want to come show it off? Let me. Surprise interlude. You're gonna have to duck down.
No, I'm good. This is, in fact, a board with many holes in it.
Yes, it is. Thank you, honey.
You're welcome.
So, this is what he's been doing while I've been out here doing all of this. This is so I can lay this on the ground here, and these holes are all 2 inches apart, and then I can stick my little dowel down in and make lots of holes really fast, measured apart. So now that this is done, we can really get started on planting seeds. Very excited. Credit goes to Jess and Maya at Roots and Refuge Farm for this idea. We saw it the other day and I immediately looked at Angel and said, I need one. So we had some wood left over from the pantry that we made. So now I have my own little seed hole board. Very excited. Let's get to planting. Here we go. seeds are in. You may notice I only did one row. So all of these things, right, you plant one seed, you get one fruit. So what I'm gonna do is leave that row. I'll come out next week, do another row, next week, do another row, and do a little bit of succession planting, as long as the weather will allow me, so that hopefully I can get lots of carrots and kohlrabi bean radishes. You may have noticed in a lot of these holes I put multiple seeds. I'm going headlong into Charles Dowding multi-sown method, where you do put multiple seeds in and then you just harvest the biggest one out of each one as you go and let the others continue to grow. So fingers crossed that works as well. I'm gonna get this plastic put over everything so it can get nice and toasty warm and start to grow and do great things. And we'll see you next time. I don't know what that'll be, if that's harvesting or more planting or what, but we'll see you then. Thank you for watching.